A Vort from the Rebbe on this week's Parshas Tazria, Metzora. We're going to talk about a pasuk or din in Parshas Metzora. At the end of Parshas Metzora, it talks about kelim, vessels becoming tummy if a person who's tummy or any other tumor touches it. And the pasuk talks about a klei cheres, earthenware. And as Rashi brings from the Teos Kehanim, that earthenware does not become tummy when you touch it me'achayra, from the back, which means from the outside, but literal translation is the back. So klei cheres does not become tummy if you touch it from the back. Other kelim, klayates like wooden kelim or klei matches, metal kelim, do become tummy if you touch it from the outside, from the back. Every halacha has a hero in Avodas Hashem, a lesson in Avodas Hashem. So the Rebbe explains the lesson of Avodas Hashem from this inyan, and he says like this: the inyan of klei cheres, the inyan of an earthenware made from sand, is a remez, a hint for the person. Because we know, Adam Yeseidem Yofar, a person, his foundations from sand. So, klei cheres, which is made from sand, represents a person. Now, in a person, there are two parts. There's the guf and the nefesh. There's the body and the soul. And there are things that you do which are connected to the soul, to the neshama, which is Torah, mitzvahs, all good things. And then you have things that are connected to the body, bodily things, which is eating and drinking and sleeping, etc., etc. Now, a person might think that when you're involved in these physical, materialistic things for the body, this could make you tummy. Since these are gashmistic things, it could make you tummy, it could make you impure. So here we say that a klei cheres does not become tummy from the back, because the body is referred to as the back. When you have a person with a guf and the neshama, so the neshama is called the inside, the pnimius, and the body is the outside, the secondary thing, ma'acherov. So when it says here, a klei cheres does not become tamei, me'acherov means in ruchnius that if when you're involved in inyonim of acherov, inyonim which are connected to the body, you don't become tamei. But we have to remember, when is that? Only if you remain a klei cheres, a earthenware. The inyan of cheres, which comes from offer, from sand, represents the inyan of anove, humility, beetle. Clay eats, wood grows, becomes bigger. That shows for yeshes and gaive. But klei cheres shows for beetle. Even klei matches, metal kelim, matches is strong, also shows that you're strongly involved in it. Then you could become tummy. If you're involved too much in the gashmis, you could become tummy. But if you constantly feel yourself as a klei cheres, you feel yourself as an earthenware, you have the proper beetle, that'll protect the person, that even when he gets involved in the bodily things, in the acherov, in the back, which is the bodily gashmistic things, you don't become tamei. And you could add that this is the loshen we have a loshen in the Machzer and Rosh and Yom Kippur, that a person is compared, moshel kecheres hanishbar. It's a moshel of a broken piece of earthenware, of pottery. That certainly shows for beetle. Pottery itself shows for beetle because it's the union of sand, and sand shows for beetle, like we say in Shemon Esrei, "Nafshi ke'ofar lakel tia." I should be like sand to everybody, and that means I am bottle. That's union of anives, union of beetle. So that's klei cheres bechlal. Cheres hanishbar, a broken piece of pottery, that shows even more the union of beetle. Like it says, "Leiv nishbar manike." A person should have a broken heart, should always feel, not chas v'sholom sand, but always feel a broken heart, that he always should want to do more and never have the union of gaive. And that's the lesson we take from here, that a klei cheres, as long as you're feeling yourself as a klei cheres, it cannot become tummy from machero, from getting involved in the gashmisdike things. But if you're involved, but if you have a union of klei eitz, like not beetle, then chas v'sholom it could happen. But if you're a klei cheres, then you will not get tummy from being involved in these gashmisdike things.